Were you swimming in a pool when you suddenly felt something cool? Have you always wondered exactly where Schitt's Creek is located? Do you think our president-elect is full of crap? Well, look no further. We'll cover all this and more on today's poop-tastic premiere episode of Robbie Ray and Friends.
It's Robbie Ray and Friends, yeah!
Hi guys, it's me Rob, and thank you for tuning in to the premiere episode of Robbie Ray and Friends. Today we will be discussing what I consider to be a very taboo topic, the act of pooping and all things relating to it. Here to help me sift through this inevitable shitstorm is a tantalizing temptress who just loves to talk the taboo talk. It's Tiffany Carroll, everybody! Hey Tiffany, thank you for joining us on Robbie Ray and Friends.
Thank you, Rob.
Of course.
Very happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. So, we're talking about poop today.
Is that true?
That is true.
Okay.
How do you feel about poop?
I do it. I hope you do.
I do poop.
I hope everyone else does. I mean, if you don't, you might want to call your closest emergency room or visit it. Or
There are lots of pop-up clinics around the city now. Well, the reason I wanted to talk about poop today is because I find that a lot of people don't want to talk about poop. And I find that to be so strange because, like you said, we all do it, and there are so many other things that
maybe
we like.
There's literature about it. Everyone poops. That's a
there are books
worldwide
about
bestseller. Yeah.
I
mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it makes sense why it's taboo. It smells like shit because it's shit, and there's nothing glamorous about it. It's
but
it's just not one of those things about life that anyone feels the need to really bring up or like discuss in depth because it's not something that people want to think about.
Well, we're here today to discuss this in depth. Let's get into that shit.
So did you poop today?
I did poop today. I pooped at work today, and that's my favorite place to poop, which seems contrary to what a lot of people say. Like, most people don't like to poop in public, or they take issue with public restrooms and stuff like that, but
Sure.
I think my favorite place to poop is at work.
Right, and then I'm going to assume it's not a single stall. You probably have multiple stalls in the bathroom.
Yeah. So,
right, so it is a public act in that way.
Oh, certainly, and
Yeah.
it's just that I don't take any issue with that.
Sure, and
I don't mind.
So thanks for asking, even though you didn't. I also pooped today. In fact, I pooped about 15 minutes ago.
In
your
toilet.
bathroom, yeah.
Okay, so I have a taboo question for you.
Sure.
Did you sit?
Yes, I sat. I mean.
That's great. I'm so glad you feel comfortable with my pot.
As opposed to what, hovering, or?
I suppose so, yeah. Because, like, I have other friends that do choose to hover.
Sure. I mean, there is that, the whole splashing thing. Like, you don't want your poop splash to touch your buttocks. That would be uncomfortable and, kind of like ruin a little bit of your day. Not that much, but just a little bit. Poop splash. Poop splash. But I thought it was interesting what you were saying about how people, everyone poops, but,
You do?
Especially people who refrain from pooping in public. I think it's interesting because I'm going to assume the reason why they don't is they don't want other people to know that they're pooping or to be around to witness, even though they're not like watching you. They're in the vicinity.
Yeah.
But it's like, if everyone poops, why are you so self-conscious? Like, that is a bodily function as a human being, as a living creature, as an animal.
That is the fundamental reason why I'm making this video today, is because it is such a bare necessity.
Yeah, and it
which
should
a bare ass.
Should be normalized. Yeah.
Right, and so then on the flip side of the coin, and this is something that is very prevalent in my everyday social life, I know a lot of people that don't think pooping is taboo at all.
Sure.
People that have a lot of comfort with talking about their poop, so much so that I've even received photos via text message of people's fresh bowel movements.
Right. I mean, I've not done this personally, or maybe I haven't, not in a while, but I've.
Same.
I know, if you take a really great shit and
You're
I'm
proud
talking
of your work.
Yeah, and there are a lot of things that go into what a good shit is. There's size, there's consistency, there's shape.
Absolutely. And then there are other non-aesthetic factors like the ease with which it's delivered.
Absolutely.
I mean, nobody likes to be constipated, and I apologize if you are watching this video and you're somebody who enjoys being constipated. I do not mean to discriminate against the loves to be constipated community.
It's a good way to like just bullshit on the internet.
Oh
just
yeah,
constipated for 45 minutes.
I do that anyway. I mean, you'd
Scrolling.
think I was constipated every time I went to the bathroom because I just get stuck on like memes and stuff forever.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's interesting. I mean. And so because the people around me have become so comfortable sharing photos of their poop and openly discussing when they're pooping.
Is that something people frequently do?
Absolutely.
Here? Really? So
Yes.
what do you think it is about you specifically that people are willing to share their poop?
Because
I don't get poop fit photos very often, if at all, and I'm sort of feeling some type of way.
Wow. I think it's a personal thing. Like I think, you know, there are two kinds of people in the world: the people that pretend that they don't fart, and the people that are vocal about the fact that they fart or poop.
You've actually met people who claim that they don't fart?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Yeah, I mean, not
Really?
people that are like active figures in my life, but people, you know, in passing, like people that I've had classes with over the years,
never
or
fart.
people that I work with. Yes, absolutely.
That person should be dead.
Have you not? Exactly. Well, so that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's like if this person doesn't fart, right, then they're just building up gas.
Right.
And so should they go to a desert and get close enough to a cactus, they would, in theory, just like rupture and explode,
Sure.
covering the earth in a cloud of, you know, backed up gas.
Sure. I mean, I'm gonna assume people say that because they don't.
Yeah,
they want to
that's
have. I mean, part of the taboo. They don't want to have this image of being unclean, of being gross, whatever, because it's all associated with being gross, and understandably, because it's kind of gross, but just because it smells bad, but
Right.
it should still be something that is normal and not something to deny, because that's kind of weird to ever claim you don't fart.
Absolutely.
That is kind of insane.
Yeah. And so... Uh-oh. That sound means it's time for a poop fact!
Poop fact.
Today's first poop fact is brought to you in no monetary part by Poopery, the Before You Go Bowl spray. I love Poopery. We have it in my office at work, and nobody uses it. Because it doesn't work.
That's true.
Tiffany,
I will
poop
say
fact.
that it does work, because I used it 15
minutes ago.
Well, no, at this point 20, but yeah.
Did you smell that?
It was
I mean,
good.
you just smelled it, but...
It really works. It's Good Housekeeping approved.
I love Good
Good
Housekeeping.
housekeeping, yeah. So poop fact, here's one. There are 4 bags of astronaut poop on the moon, left behind by Neil Armstrong on his Apollo mission.
Is he the one with one testicle?
That's Lance, but that's close.
Cool.
That's a common misconception. Yeah.
Did you say 4 bags of poop?
4 bags. So the term bag is a little, you know,
vague.
It is vague, yeah.
Bag.
It is bag. It is vague. But yeah, so it could be like a bag of that size. Like, I mean, I don't know the specifics of how long the mission took from here to the moon, but if it was like a solid month's worth of shit, you know, that's a lot. I mean, but I'm also wondering why. I mean,
yeah.
But okay, actually, no. I just thought of it. It makes sense.
Okay,
It's very animalistic. You know, there are, as you know, if you look at it like a dog or like anything else, they shit places to like mark territory. You know,
so we did it before the Russians.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, the bags of poop left on the moon are equivalent to the American flag that is still waving.
Is that not the truth?
Or not waving, since there's no atmosphere or wind. Whatever. You get what I'm saying.
Ask a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Did it even happen?
Yeah, well, so with regards to space and poop, so they left 4 bags on the moon, but I also read something earlier that said that occasionally when you see a shooting star, there is a possibility that it is astronaut poop burning up in the atmosphere.
Jeez.
And I will cite my sources.
Sure.
So then where, you know, like, how do they decide which poop to, like, drop while they're in transit versus just leaving on the moon?
Sure. I mean, apparently we've only been on the moon once, so I guess that makes sense. But, like...
Go back to the territoriality.
Yeah, but, like, how much poop must it be that it is visible from Earth?
We should find that out,
That is a lot of poop.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, well, I'm also going to share a poop fact with you guys. And this one says, in the early 20th century, horses were causing so much pollution with their poop that automobiles were seen as the green alternative.
Huh.
So what's good with that?
It's like, you can think about, like, you know, all of these, like, posh ladies and, like, their petticoats,
Okay.
like, walking down the cobblestone streets.
Likely
like,
denying that they fart.
yes, it was probably very common for them to, like, just be tra-la-la-la-ing down the cobblestone path, and just every step it's just like more horse shit everywhere, and all they smell is horse shit everywhere.
Yeah. So now that we've got some poop facts out of the way, I thought it would be a good time for us to share some embarrassing poop stories, maybe. Do you have any?
Yeah, and
Yeah, me too.
I do, but I mean, I hope that this becomes a success.
Oh, thanks.
I honest to God do.
However.
But I mean, I will share the story, but if this remains in posterity, it's so much the better, whatever.
Alright, let's hit me with it.
Right, okay, so...
Set the scene.
So, I will say that I don't recommend, eating a gallon of mashed potatoes at any sitting ever.
That is
just
valid advice.
Just don't do that, because what happened to me, I made a whole bunch of mashed potatoes for a lot of people, and none of them wanted it. And not
Blasphemy.
not anything against my mashed potatoes. I make amazing mashed potatoes. That has been my sole role for Thanksgiving for the past like 5 years.
I do remember you saying you were doing taters this year.
That's always been my thing. So I make really good mashed potatoes. I don't know why they didn't have any, but I took offense, and
You filled the void.
and yeah, exactly. So I just shoveled it into my mouth, a whole bunch of mashed potatoes, and the next day I was on my way to work, and I worked in Times Square at the time, and which, you know, you don't have to tell me how terrible that sounds, because it was exactly what it sounds like.
And for non-New Yorkers, Times Square already makes you have to shit. Go on.
Right, just by being there, it's just not even shit. Like, I feel constipated. But that was not the case this time. But
physically and
usually, but not today. So I was on the train. I was looking at the stop. I had like 3 more stops.
I'm
and
like experiencing it vicariously through you.
And you know, like, we've all experienced, like, it's like more frequently at least, like the urge of like, oh my god, I have to piss. Oh my god, I'm gonna piss myself.
Yeah.
Having to shit to like the point where you're almost about to shit, that is like 10 times worse.
And terrifying.
So terrifying, because at least if you piss yourself, like, there's a modicum of like respect still left that you might have for yourself, because it's probably easier to mask.
I've pissed myself.
Sure.
Accidentally,
I mean, no one really does it on purpose. Sometimes, I don't know. But,
it's like an act of defiance.
Right. So I was looking at the train stops. I had, like, a few more stops until my stop.
Okay.
But this was, like, urgent. And for some reason, it was not, like, it wasn't gradual at all. It was just, like, out of nowhere. I was like, oh my god, I gotta shit. So I get off the train, I think 1 stop before my stop, because I really couldn't even wait.
Okay.
And I get off, at Times Square, because my job was like on like around like 49th Street. So I had like a full 7 blocks to walk before I made it to work.
7 New York blocks.
Yeah. Right.
In a crowd.
In Times Square.
In Times Square. Oh god, I'm so sorry this happened.
Yeah,
to you.
so I get off the train at Times Square, and I bum rush it to like a Starbucks.
And that had to have been hard.
Right. So I run to the Starbucks, I get inside the Starbucks, and there's like 5 people in front of me on this line to get to the bathroom. And
Starbucks, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was like in the middle of the day. It was like 2 p.m. I guess, like lunch rush, whatever. So I left the Starbucks. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it if I wait.
No.
So I'm just like, I keep on trying. I even went to another Starbucks because there's like a fucking Starbucks.
There's like 12.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's another Starbucks with the same deal. So I get to that Starbucks, leave, and I'm like, okay, maybe if I just like keep going, maybe I can make it to work.
Yeah.
And like shit there, but like there is no bathroom at my job, so we actually used to have to go across the street to the hotel across the street to use the bathroom. So it was like I can make it. I'm starting to prairie dog, which is like when it's like it already
Oh, I know what prairie
like
dogging
it's already
is.
out there. So
To prairie dog is to prevent your turd from coming out by clenching. But it kind of comes out anyway.
right, which might be successful sometimes,
Sure.
given a more solid consistency.
Absolutely. Ooh.
So-
what a distinction to make, and that's important.
Long story short,
Tell me.
I shat myself.
Ugh.
I shat my pants. I had like 10 minutes to get to work on time.
Oh, did you?
So I made it to the bathroom at the hotel across the street, and luckily, I was wearing underwear,
Great.
and I usually do.
Wonderful.
I mean, it was summer, so
I'm currently not wearing underwear, so.
You're in your home, that's fine. But
Welcome to Robbie Ray and Friends.
But so I shat myself. I shat myself in the underwear, which luckily caught the most of the shit. So I just removed said garment and just fucking I tied it up. I was just like, it's done. It's over. Like, there's no salvaging that. So I threw it out. Cleaned myself up as best as I could. Checked the time. I still had like a few more minutes.
Good for you.
A few more minutes to clock in.
Awesome.
So I washed myself. Made it to work. Had no underwear on the whole day, but
How long was your shift?
they were short shifts, like 5 hours long. So
That's still 5 hours.
yeah,
Okay.
5 hours without underwear, but no shit in my pants. So
No shit.
So yeah,
Damn.
that's my poop story,
Well,
and it
thank
was
you.
exactly the consistency of mashed potatoes. So. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen Two Girls, One Cup, they probably have. If you've noticed the way that the chick shits out, it looks like whipped cream. I guarantee you that bitch had fucking mashed potatoes the night before, because that is not a normal.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that
I
was.
know.
It just like fucking like whipped itself out.
Oh my god.
That
and
was
thank you for bringing up Two Girls, One Cup, because we should bring up Two Girls,
You
One
know
Cup.
what? That is like a very important moment
Like
in our culture.
quintessential milestone,
And
yeah.
at least in terms of poop.
Yeah.
Like, that was the poop.
Yeah.
The poop cultural reference.
Yeah. My mom actually saw that video for the first time earlier this year and had absolutely no familiarity with it whatsoever. She had no
Two
idea
Girls,
what it was. She
this
had
year?
No idea. This year.
I mean, your mother is of a different generation.
Certainly,
so.
but I mean, it was such a part of our cultural lexicon, right?
Sure.
And there's so many parodies and stuff
Right, but even
maybe
the
we're just
concept of
gross.
things like trending that was still before, you know what I mean? That was it was still even though maybe it was 5 years ago or more, it was, you could still consider it of a different era in terms of the internet age.
And if you haven't seen Two Girls, One Cup, or you don't know what Two Girls, One Cup is, I urge you not to go Google that right now.
I mean, you could probably guess essentially.
I did not guess.
Right, do you want to reenact it?
No.
With these,
Hell
no?
no.
Okay.
No, we should play the music. Do you remember it had this sweet harp music?
No, I don't remember that.
It was
I definitely haven't seen it since it came out.
It was
yeah.
It was such a
They were
paradox.
Brazilian or something, right? It was
There was a lot
exotic.
going on in this video. Damn. Yeah. So maybe that's why I don't think pooping is so taboo, because I saw that
Right,
when I was a preteen.
we're scarred. There's
For life.
can't really go back from
Well, that sound means that it is time once again for another poop fact.
Okay, sure.
So, this next round of poop facts is brought to you by the Kirkland brand Ultra Soft Baby Wipes. I wipe my ass with these every single day.
And you can only get it in bulk. Kirkland, yes.
It's just smarter to get
It
it in
is.
bulk, I
Everything's
feel
smarter
like.
in bulk.
The
yeah.
last thing you want to do is run out of this sort of thing, you know?
Which I actually have recently at my own home, personally. So,
Right.
thank you.
So Kirkland had nothing to do with the sponsorship of this video, and if you look around the set, you can tell that nobody had anything to do with the sponsorship of this video. Come from my sponsors.
Yeah.
So, the Kirkland brand baby wipes are wonderful. I use them all the time, and when I'm in a public place and I don't have the opportunity to use them, they are sorely missed.
Yes.
So, shout out to the Kirkland baby wipes.
Kirkland anything is fucking
Love
bomb.
Kirkland.
God.
Let me jump into this next poop fact, which says, George Clooney once cleaned his roommate's cat's litter box for 4 days, then shit in it himself, causing his roommate to think that it was from his constipated cat.
Okay. Yeah.
This one actually hits kind of close to home for
Does
me.
it? You used to have cats?
I
Yes.
did used to have cats.
I remember.
Shout out to George Clooney for cleaning a litter box for 4 days.
This
My mom
just
used to
makes him
beg me.
so much more attractive than I actually assumed.
He's like 80,
yeah.
but he looks younger than
Right,
us.
I mean, like, it's already been acknowledged that he is a silver fox and is attractive for his age or
Though I'm
whatnot.
more of a John Stamos type.
Sure, I mean, I think I get them confused a lot. They have that olive complexion, Mediterranean
Comparable
thing.
features, yeah.
Thick eyebrows.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, so my turn, okay.
Yeah. Poop
Oh.
fact.
Poop fact.
Hit him with the poop fact, poop fact, poop fact, poop fact.
Poop fact. The parrotfish. Parrotfish eats... Yeah, that's a chicken. Eats coral and poops sand, leading to the creation of many small islands and beaches of the Caribbean. I like that.
That's disgusting though.
I mean, maybe, but I think...
Because those are such beautiful beaches too, you know? Like,
which doesn't take away from the fact that it's made from fish shit. I think
right.
that's actually a beautiful thing because everything that comes of the earth...
Recycle.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, I'm reading this book, The Good Earth, which I borrowed from you.
Hey, shout out to Pearl Buck.
Shout out Pearl Buck. And it's just about how everything, you know, it's cyclical,
Cyclical, yeah.
in terms of just nature and the earth.
Like
shit is not worthless. Shit should go back into the earth.
I agree.
Man, it is fertilizer. It is what should be used to grow more things to eat, which will then become shit again.
Right.
Man.
And so it goes.
Or it shall become islands and beaches, which is fucking dope.
Or global warming will continue to be ignored by our administration and we'll all be swimming anyway, so the beaches won't matter. Shall we? So back to my poop story. I was experiencing these gastro issues in the winter of 2014, and it was really like detrimental to my life. Like, it was holding me back from things. I missed work a lot, and my bosses weren't very understanding. And so I went to a professional, an endocrinologist in Long Island, and I was going to have a colonoscopy or like a colon, like a, what do you call it, like a prostate check kind of thing. They wanted to. Well, so the gentleman used his finger, but they wanted
Gloved,
to.
I hope.
Yes, it was gloved. But they wanted to check for abnormalities to see what was, bless you, what was keeping me from going to the bathroom normally. And so.
Can I ask what your regimen or routine was at that point? How often were you shitting?
Oh, I was shitting like I couldn't even put a timestamp on it. Like, it was just constantly. Like,
always. So it wasn't constipation. It was
no,
just
I
endless
was like
shit.
always sick. Like, so I show up to this doctor. I'm terrified. I feel gross. I feel sick. I really don't want to be there because I know that I know I'm there. Like, if you're taking a dog to a vet, like, it knows that it's going to a vet. And I knew that I was going to have somebody stick their fingers up my ass. And contrary to my sexuality, that is not something that I'm trying to experience with a stranger, especially.
I mean, sure.
I go into the room. I'm sitting there. The nurse gives me like one of those butt-exposing robes. She's like, "Put this on." I put it on. I'm freezing, and then in walks straight up like a fucking 80-year-old man. And this is my doctor. And fuck it. Dr. Lowenstein isn't gonna watch this. His name was Dr. Lowenstein, and he came. He was like dry and cold in personality, not in texture, and or even his glove, and just fucking no chill about it. Just 2 fingers my asshole, and it was traumatic. And I was like, no fucking.
Sorry, no foreplay, no conversation.
None.
Okay.
None. Hello, turn on your side, bing. No count in,
and
nothing.
Sorry, so what was the point of that?
They wanted to check for any abnormalities.
Okay, in your colon.
Yeah, like in that area, you know, because they didn't know what was wrong. I self-diagnosed irritable bowel syndrome, which I no longer suffer from, thank the good Lord above. But yeah, and so his determination was that I needed to have a colonoscopy. I walked out of there, I was like, Mom, there is no way I'm letting this 80-year-old man anywhere near my asshole again. And to this day, I have not had the colonoscopy. but I'm chicken.
Okay, like, don't they like shoot like a stream of water or something? Is
No, you drink a thing.
Uh-huh.
You drink like this weird concoction, and then it helps you, like, it helps cleanse you, and so you like go to the bathroom and stuff, and then maybe they'll do like a you know, pre-procedure douching or something like that, just to like.
Is that like the same process that porn stars go through before
it's possible.
they do anal?
I don't know if they always get colonoscopies, but yeah, they probably engage in some kind of cleaning regimen. Yeah.
They definitely do.
Yeah. I mean that's another video in and of itself. Like getting ready for anal sex is like impossible.
Yeah, I mean.
Like I have to like fast if I know I'm gonna have sex. Like I can't eat for like 24 hours if I'm gonna have sex. And even then, it is a shame because it's hard to like to stick to that. And like those will be the days where like I really want to eat something gross too, like Chipotle or something. Like I'll just want that
Chipotle is
so
actually
bad.
great to shit. I mean,
right,
personally,
but if you're planning to have like a probe up there, like you don't want to have to shit. Like you want to be clean and free of, you know, digested material.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, so that's one of my poop stories, and it was so gross. And so like
It's
I
just
don't
gross that the dude was like 80 and.
Yeah, like I'm sure he's a nice guy, and you know
Yeah.
he probably has like grandchildren that adore him and stuff. But
it's a non sequitur. My mom is a nurse. She's a registered nurse. This is something that she definitely recommends, and I've heard from other places. Make sure before you do anything else, when you wake up in the morning, eat fruit and drink water. For breakfast, before you eat, before you drink, before you do anything, drink water and eat fruit because that will make you regular. So I've been doing that actually for the past like 3 days because I usually don't listen to my mom, but for some reason I am now.
Mommy, thank you.
Thanks, Mommy. And I've been pooping every day. I've been pooping every day.
And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And so I think that that's a clean place
Yeah.
for us to break this off. Friends, I hope that our discussion of pooping has helped you feel more comfortable in discussing poop in your own life. Well, okay guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to the premiere episode of Robbie Ray and Friends. This is something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I'm so grateful that I'm finally, you know, grabbing life by the balls as I should and doing it.
Or the bowels. Yeah.
By the bowels, man. Yes, thank you for that. Absolutely. And so, Tiffany, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your openness about such a taboo topic.
Right.
And I look forward to having you join us again here on Robbie Ray and Friends.
Same, because poop is only the beginning.
That's right.
Even if it's always been number 2.
Oh my god. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me a big old thumbs up and convince me to maybe upgrade my setup. I love you guys very much. I look forward to making new videos for you every single week. And if you have any comments, hit me down below. Let me know how you feel. What kind of taboo topics do you want me to talk about next week? How do you feel about pooping? What did you eat for dinner? Did you poop today? What's your favorite color? Talk to me, guys. Robbie is here for you, and Robbie wants to talk. And don't forget, never leave the house without your most valuable accessory, your pride. I'll see you guys next time. Do it with me. Guys, it's me, Rob. Today I want to introduce a segment that I'm going to call Taboo Topics. Today's Taboo Topics is pooping. Everybody does it. Thanks for watching today's Taboo Topic. Join me next time where I talk about more taboo topics. Love you guys. Bye.